Yeah, it's a stacked field. We got Matt Beers here as well. So he's been repping the flag in the US Lifetime Series. So it'll be cool to see how we match up against him and how he rips us up Franschhoek Pass.
It's not just Matt, he's on the start line, Mark's there, a few other guys. So I think it's like a SA Gravel Champs almost. I think the number of guys who can win today are there few.
Yeah, I've heard good things about this race. It's definitely a harder gravel route than some of the other ones. Starting with Franschhoek Pass, I think that's going to be super hard and some kickers towards the end, but yeah, really excited to give it a go.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the beautiful Huguenot Monument here in Franschhoek. It's the start of the fourth running of the King Price Race to the Sea. 157 kilometers, 10 kilometers shorter than last year, 2,400 meters of climbing. Defending champion, he's won here twice before. For Total Specialized, Matthew Beers, he went 4:48 last year. Charisse Willits won last year, 6 hours, 15 minutes. She's not here to defend her title, and the women's race is fired up and very, very strong. We've got some of the best gravel riders in the country here, and it's going to be an absolutely incredible battle. We cannot wait to bring you all the action. Enjoy it with us. Welcome.
Cold legs would be punished early on as they start at the base of the iconic Franschhoek Pass. The King and the Queen of the Mountains is at the top for a long sweeping descent down to Theewaterskloof Dam. They hit the gravel on the Van der Stel Pass. In a change from last year, they follow the Horston View Road to the railway line and on to Wolvelkraal Farm at the halfway point, where they pass under the busy N2. They skirt Caledon and head for the heart of the Overberg canola farmlands before turning south for the ocean through the beautiful Himmel and Ader Valley. From Karwederskraal Road, a more direct entry to the finish at Benguela Cove. 157 kilometers of seriously fun gravel riding. With the sun still hiding behind the mountains, the elite men's batch rolled onto the road and away from the Huguenot Monument. It was a veritable who's who of the best mountain bikers and roadies in the country. Aside from the solo racers like Matt Beers and Alex Miller, the big mountain bike teams like Peiger Eurosteel, Imbuco and Insect Science had rolled out their heavy hitters in numbers.
First time taking on Race to the Sea. Got a bit of teammates this time, so I think it's going to be good. Touching a bit on gravel. It's not something we've dabbled much in, and I think we're going to definitely try to work together. Obviously, we've got some strong legs and really strong group of guys to race against, so I think we've got to race smart and try to get some up the road, I think.
It's always something new. It's good to race with the top guys for like 5 hours today. Maybe it will be a bit faster, I don't know. I've never done this race, so yeah, it's exciting.
So I think it's going to be a fast race. Probably 4.5 hours, maybe 5, but I think more 4.5. Smoother terrain as well as race to the sun, I think. So probably more bunch riding as well.
It's a very cool course, and routes are a little bit shorter, a little bit less climbing. I think it's going to be a hard one. There's a stacked field today, and got Honeycomb boys here to see what we can do, and race our hearts out.
At the final hairpin near the top of the pass, 5 riders were around 20 seconds behind Marco Hubert and Matt Beers. That pair duked it out for the King of the Mountains bonus. Beers was the king, taking around 14 minutes to reach the line. The long drop down the other side is a dreamy ride. And Beers was happy to have some company as Imbuco's Joubert joined him. They had already opened up a decent gap to the chase group by the time they reached the dam at the bottom.
Yeah, I think faces, I mean, especially Race to the Sea, Race to the Sun, they bring the top tier of mountain bike racing, road racing together, and they put them together in gravel racing. I mean, we don't race against the mountain bikers every weekend. They don't race against us every weekend. So I think it brings a different form of excitement. It brings a different form of competitiveness amongst one another, and I think that will definitely showcase itself today on the route.
I really love the gravel racing. I did also gravel race in Girona earlier in the year,
And there you see as well, you just see gravel bikes everywhere, and it's nice to see that the sport is growing here as well. Racing wise, you know, it suits a bit of both, you know, a bit of road racing, a bit of mountain biking. Coming from a mountain bike background, I think it's so cool. I love it.
Yeah, these gravel races are they tick all the boxes, and it's a different vibe, it's a different challenge, and it's awesome to see it grow.
Back in Franschhoek, the elite women's batch was getting to grips with a uniquely tough start to the race. National gravel champion Danielle Strydom was there, as well as plenty of local races. And making a rare appearance in a one-day race in the Western Cape was Sarah Hill, who despite not having ridden the race before, was full of respect for the 100-miler.
It's the first time I've really ever rode in Franschhoek. The course is looking pretty tough to start, so we start on a pretty massive climb that I've never done. And then we shoot down and start through the rolling undulations all the way to Hermanus. So
I'm really excited. The route is amazing. It's a tough race and got some nice competition going. But yeah, I'm very excited for today.
Strydom earned her national champion's jersey by winning the King Price Race to the Sun in the Northwest Province earlier this year. And she showed she's in formidable form by getting away after the hairpin and taking the Queen of the Mountains bonus. Sarah Hill led another upcountry rider, Nicolette Groffioen, over in second. Sanui Rousseau was fourth. Hill caught Strydom on the descent, and the pair began passing slower riders from the early batches as they showed their flair and delight in descending on this road. A long, flat tar road drag from the bottom of the pass to the bridge saw the leading women all together. This was a sweet, smooth appetizer to what was to come. While keeping a healthy pace, none of them was prepared to do any more than what was necessary to keep ahead of the next bunch on the road. Once on the gravel, the fire was lit. The quintet passed a group of men. Leila Schwellnus, Sanui Strydom, Sarah Hill, Nicolette Groffioen and Danielle Strydom. Schwellnus then tried a solo break along the railway line a long way before the halfway mark, a bold move. Marco Hubert and Matt Beers were clear of a group of 7 chasers in the men's race. In the chase group was national champion Mark Pritson and 2 teammates Tristan Noki and Casper Krier. Also there, Hubert's teammate Wessel Botha and Paigas Peter du Toit. Du Toit's teammate Phil Bass was on his own, as was Titan Racing's Rousseau Becker, and Insect Science's Herman Farid. Beers was still suffering from jet lag, having recently returned from a second stint in the USA, racing the ultra-competitive and lucrative Lifetime Grand Prix Series. He's currently in 4th place with 2 events to go. Hubert hung with him for around 140 kilometers before the lights went out as Beers turned up the heat. Team Honeycomb's Pritson took on the responsibility of trying to close the gap on the leading pair. Botha, Namibian champion Miller, Du Toit, Krier and Rudy Kuhn were suffering. Unquestionably the strongest rider in marathon-style racing in South Africa, the 3-time Absa Cape Epic winner took a classy victory, rolling into Benguela Cove after 4 hours and 28 minutes of racing.
You know, it's awesome to be back here. I kind of make it my mission to plan my season around this a little bit. It's in my backyard. I can sleep at home, drive through. It's such a unique race, you know, starting up Franschhoek Pass, 20-minute pass. And yeah, today we kind of knew that I was like, if I have one person, I think we can do it. It's only like 4.5 hours. So I was like, we just need to manage the effort. And yeah, glad it worked out.
Luckily, being a smaller guy on the climbs, I could hang on to him, but on the flats, it was really hard. So I think I rode clever race, like sort of rolling through to keep the bunch at bay, because previous races I knew like if we're in a big group it just makes it harder. So roll the dice with Matt rather. Eventually blew up. I think we all knew it was going to happen, but yeah, luckily only 20 k's to go and could hang on to second. But yeah, big respect to Matt, and it's like having him here and also sort of being close to him. or up there with them.
It's a stunning route, and especially now this time of year. We were super lucky with the weather as well. A few days ago would not have been fun, or it would have been a different story. But yeah, it's a nice route, and yeah, thanks to the organizers for putting together an event like this that we can enjoy.
2 minutes and 54 seconds separated Matt Beers from Marco Hubert in the men's race. Namibian champion Alex Miller was less than 2 minutes behind the Mbuko rider. There were just 25 seconds between Peter de Tooy of Baiga Eurosteel in 4th and Casper Kruger of Team Honeycomb in 7th. Mbuko's Rudy Kuhn closed out the top 10. In the women's race, Sarah Hill was warming to a task in her first King Price Race to the Sea. Her renowned diesel engine was in turbo mode as she chased down the race leader Danielle Strydom. The South African champion had attacked early and opened up what looked like to be a race-winning lead after 120 kilometres. But it's a long, hard race, and burning early matches can come back to haunt a rider when the headwinds pick up over the back end of the course. And so it was that Hill managed to catch Strydom on the Carvaderskraal Road to set up a thrilling finale. With the finish in sight, they were together. Neither was going to give an inch or blink. In the Benguela Vineyards, it was still up for grabs. But then on a short, sharp climb, Strydom went very deep and managed to open a small gap to the tenacious Hill. That was all she needed, and the champion rolled home to take a hard-earned victory.
It's a tough day. I was feeling really good. I felt really good on the KOM climb, and yeah, I guess maybe I was a bit overambitious. I did a bit of a solo breakaway, and I could keep it for, I think it was more or less 80 Ks, and but yeah, as you said, 156 Ks is far. So Sarah eventually did catch me. I think I was pacing too hard, and so when she eventually did get to me, I could recover and recoup a bit, and we worked together. But it was still hard, but I had just enough in the tank to manage to get around the very last little climb here towards the end.
One of my strengths really is a long distance. I'm getting very good at the gravel time trialing stuff, and my coach has made me work a lot on the long intervals, and it really, really paid off. I mean, Danielle's strength is the explosivity, but mine is the resilience. So the longer the race, the more I can just hang in there, and I never lost my fight. It was lovely.
Yeah, today I was a little bit out of my depth. My first 100-mile gravel race, but it was tough, but it was amazing. I really enjoyed. Yeah, it was quite spectacular. All the canola and flower, really beautiful rolling hills, a tough climb out of Franschhoek, and then the finish at the ocean. It was really spectacular.
Strydom, Hill and Griffioen, the women's top 3. Danielle Strydom's margin of victory over Sarah Hill in the women's race was just 7 seconds. The pair averaged a phenomenal 27.9 kilometres an hour. Former top trail runner Nicolette Griffioen continued her hugely impressive rise on the bike, taking an excellent third place ahead of Zanui Rousseau, who was the last of the sub-6 hour women. Another top ride by leading master Jody Zulberg, who finished in 10th place.
Welcome to the halfway point of this King Price 100-miler race to the sea, and we're here at the start of the 50-miler, which is obviously down to Hermanus as well, but you can see a couple of the riders coming through on the 100-miler next to me at the moment, but behind me the big bunch of the 50-miler, and they're getting set for their fantastic ride. It's a beautiful day here, and the sky is blue, it's nice and warm, and it's a perfect day for gravel racing.
It is a privilege for us to be part of this King Price event, Race to the Sea. So as Idea Fruit, we also really value the communities that we operate in. We value our people, we value the businesses that collaborate with us, partnerships, and therefore we really hope that Idea Fruit can be involved in this King Price event for many years to come, and possibly in future even get the community and the communities that we go through with this event more involved.
So what do I think about the 50 mile? I'm really glad about the weather, for one. Not too nervous about the ride because we're on e-bikes, so we can always give it a bit of extra power.
It's fantastic that they do both, because otherwise you wouldn't have guys like me and lots of guys in a similar strategy or similar category not being able to take part. But it's also nice to bring the e-bikes in, because that brings people that would not normally do it. So I think it's a great idea, and it attracts more people to our sport, and it's fantastic. And it at least gives the top guys a chance to go and race, and gives us a chance to get out there and have some fun.
So Cape Town at its best, Western Cape at its best. There is no better place than this.
Look at this beautiful sunshine that we have. It's just an amazing day. It's good to be alive in Africa.
There are numerous races to choose from every year, but few offer the diversity of riding terrain that the King Price Race to the Sea has. From the rugged mountains of the Winelands to the rolling Overberg farmlands, resplendent in their spring colours. Wide gravel roads and farm jeep tracks and great camaraderie take the riders to the very edge of the continent and the ocean. The King Price Race to the Sea is the most beautiful gravel race on the calendar.
Yeah, so the route so far is not too technical, so I think as long as the conditioning is there and you've spent some time on the bike, it's a brilliant event to come and join. And yeah, like I said, not too technical, so it's just time in the saddle, beautiful scenery, beautiful location, and luckily the weather's been magic.
It's a good warm-up for me so far. I know these guys are struggling. I could have been done, I could have been further now, but I'm waiting for these guys, so that's why I can't finish. That's an awesome event, safe, well stocked up, and so far it's beautiful, it's lovely out here. It's really a blessing to be able to do these type of venues. Thank you very much to the organizers, appreciate it.
I think it's an event that will test your endurance, but also at the same time you will end up having a lot of fun. And that's what I came to do here, is just to have some fun.
The vibe is amazing as well. The energy is up there. Beautiful day, the canola is all over, blooming. So yeah, good weather, good day.
It's as casual as you would like it to be. There's very little single track. So you can ride with friends or family and chat along the way. Share experiences along the way and ride at your own pace. It's amazing.
When you're tired, you can look around at the beauty and try and forget how tired you are. So that definitely helps with the endurance.
I knew that there was going to be canola fields, but I didn't think we would match so nicely with it. So yeah, hopefully we can make it onto some sort of like Race to the Sea Instagram page or whatever. But no, all good on our end.
Well, so Escape Wines, one of the young wine farms here in Walker Bay outside of Hermanus. Beautiful, cool climate wines. We are privileged to be one of the water points and spectator points for Race to the Sea. It's a first for us, but it's going to be a blast. We present boerewors, braaibroodjies to the cyclists, to all the visitors and the spectators, and we are going to pour some beautiful rosé for the cyclists as they pass through. For us, it's all about partnerships, the community and collaboration. So to host an event like this, I think we are blessed with the beautiful scenery which the cyclists can enjoy, which the public can enjoy, and we get the benefit of the visitors to our farm. So everybody is welcome.
Yeah, the smiles is something that keeps us alive, and I was going through so many thoughts today. Even the last few months, it's actually been a roller coaster of emotions, from managing staff in Cape Town and meeting up with municipalities in the metro and the safety officers, and it's just without them and all the teams working together, such a beautiful day cannot be done without a brilliant team. And the sun and the weather I've got so many people are saying to me, you've organized the best weather for the King Price Race to the Sea. Yeah, the standard has been set and we would like to just up this game even more. And unfortunately with a race like this, it's a huge bus that travels from Franschhoek to Caledon to Hermanus. And it's almost impossible to just use gravel roads, but without the magnificent farmers all across the route, we cannot do that. So we also need to use the communities to jump in, to use them to go out and be marshalling on certain points, and also use a service providers that comes in and be the people that puts out the cone. So it's just been, everything has just been worked today, like the weather has been working.
Beautiful race, lovely roads, fantastic conditions today after a whole week of rain and wind and storms in Cape. Didn't start it off too well, very slow start. Guys went very hard up the climb, Franschhoek Pass. But from there on, strength to strength, and I finished strong, so I'm quite happy. Teammate got a second, well done Chris van Rooyen. Team Raf buddy, thank you.
So this was tough. I mean, I've done 2 or 3 races to the Suns, and this was my first race to the sea. And boy, I saw flames, and I realized that you can't ride on running fitness, which also doesn't exist. But yeah, I had fun and I showed up.
It went very well, except for an emotional roller coaster from my side. But thanks to my partner Jock motivating me and assisting me the whole day. It was really fun, and we really enjoyed the new sections that they had on the route. And we can't wait for the next one.
Hey guys, I'm James. The race to the sea this year was absolutely phenomenal. I think a really cool balance of enough to challenge us, but not enough to make it something you're not wanting to come back for. I'm by no means in racing shape, but I have got a smile on my dial and thoroughly enjoyed it. The route wasn't as muddy as I thought it would be, so that also played in our favor. And the wind was quite quiet, which if I look now, it's picking up, so pretty glad I'm back at the finish. But yeah, well done to the Faces team. Really, such a cool event, and so cool to see gravel growing at such a crazy speed.
To be able to host an event like Race to the Sea, have all these people come through, it really not only helps our business, but actually helps the whole Hermanus area and brings people to the wider area. But for us, we're an adventure estate, so we just love having activities like this with us, so it's great.
Obviously at Benguela we have the food, we have the kiddie golf, we have the kiddies play area, so the kids have a good time, but then it's important in terms of the adults. We've got a restaurant, we've got a pontoon boat on the lagoon. We're bringing in water sports facilities for our guests. And having events such as this is absolutely fantastic. Seeing people enjoying themselves, having a good time. And I think society in general is coming to terms with the fact that health, sports are actually some of the most important things in our lives. And thank you guys for honouring us with your presence.
A big thank you from our side here at the King Price Race to the Sea for an incredible day. You guys certainly got to play in God's playground today. Franschhoek through to Caledon and through here to Hermanus, the beautiful Benguela Cove. What a finish venue. The weather gods were showing us favour today. Well done to Matthew Beers on his 4:28 today, the 4th time he's won here at the King Price Race to the Sea. Well done to Daniel Stradom for that sprint finish against Sarah Hill for taking her win. And to every single athlete crossing the route, crossing the race, crossing that finish line today, whether you did the 50-miler or the 100-miler, congratulations. Thank you for sharing your day with us, and we cannot wait to see you all again next year. Cheers.